Welcome. I'm Deronda, and today I'm going to show you how to make Christmas rum log cookies. This is one of our family favorites. To get this cookie dough started, you're going to need a half of a cup of shortening. Now, this is a butter shortening that I'm using. I have a half a stick of butter at room temperature. This is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of quick cooking oats, 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of rum flavoring, 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring, and this is 6 ounces of chocolate that I'm using to dip our logs in once we have them baked. And I'm adding a coconut oil to the chocolate to keep this really beautiful and glossy. And here I have 1/2 cup of finely chopped walnuts, and I'll show you how to use the walnuts and the chocolate on our cookie once it's baked. Alright, so let's get started on creaming the butter and the shortening. I've creamed the butter and shortening together. Now I'm going to add the powdered sugar and cream this well. You may want to start your mixer off on low speed to keep your shortening from going everywhere. Okay, after we've creamed our butter, shortening, and powdered sugar together, I'm adding about a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon of rum. Oh my goodness, gonna be absolutely delicious. Now we have our shortening, our butter, our powdered sugar, our flavorings, all very well creamed together. And it's time to add the all-purpose flour. You can add it all at once. The salt and the oatmeal. And you want to combine this very well until you have your dry ingredients incorporated well with your creamed ingredients. And next, when I get this well combined, I'll come back and I'll show you how we're going to roll this cookie dough out and cut it into 1-inch logs. And I have chilled my cookie dough for about 15 minutes in the freezer. Depending on the climate you're living in, the cookie dough may need a little chilling before you start rolling it out. So I'm going to take a little pinch of it here like this, and I'm going to roll it into a ball. First, you're going to shape it into a ball, and then we're going to roll it into a log, or like a rope. I'm going to go ahead and put a little flour down here on my surface. And you're going to roll it about 1/2 inch thick, as you can see. And then we're going to cut it into a 2-inch log. So let's see if we've got, we're getting there. Okay, got it. Alright, and then I'm just going to slowly start cutting into logs like this, and I'm putting it over here on the cookie sheet that I've lined with parchment paper. You can just eyeball 2 inches. If you need to think you need to get a ruler out, you know, be my guest, you may do that. Now I've got my oven heated on 325, so I've preheated my oven, and I'm going to bake these for about 15 to 18 minutes. Okay, I like to get the edges smooth there on my logs. And you're going to continue doing this until you have all your cookie dough baked into these logs. Right, I took my cookies out of the oven and I moved them over here to a cooling rack, and as you can see, they have cooled, and now I'm ready to dip them into our melted chocolate and our crushed walnuts. So let me show you how we're going to do this. This is a wax paper that I put down to work on the surface, and then I'm going to use the wax paper over here in the back so I can cool the cookies down. But I'm starting with one of my cookie logs, and we'll see, kind of like that, edge a little bit better. And I'm going to dip it in the chocolate halfway, as you can see, and you may want to run it right along the edge there of your bowl. And then I'm just going to barely sprinkle it with a little bit of crushed walnuts. And look how beautiful that little cookie is. Alright, and then we'll put it over here and let it sit and cool for probably about 30 minutes, a half an hour, or maybe up to an hour. Alright, because if it's a little cooler in the environment you're working in, your chocolate's going to set up a little faster versus if it's a warm environment you're working in, then it'll take a little longer for your chocolate to set up. Right, this is how you're going to do it. And again, just a little sprinkling of walnuts. Now, if you'd like to add more, you may. And if you like your walnuts more coarse, you may also choose to do that as well. Alright, next I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how I give these cookies as gifts, and plus we'll do a little sampling on tasting, and I'll tell you how yummy and delicious they are. Alright, I'll be back. Here's my Christmas rum log cookies, and look how yummy and delicious those look. So I'm going to bite into one and give it a try and tell you what it's like. I'm going to start with this one right here, I think. As you can see, I put these in the freezer for about 3 minutes, zapped them a little bit so the chocolate could set up. And boy, I know they're going to be absolutely delicious. So I'm going to take a bite of one. Kind of like a shortbread cookie with a little chocolate on it and a little ting of rum flavoring. Absolutely delicious. Hope you give these a try. I'm Dorana with Foods 101. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to my subscribers and those of you who are watching. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. Happy holidays, and I'll catch you next time.